Hey all, welcome to another episode of Plaid Couch Reads Reddit Stories. Today we got a special guest, Mr. Burr Guy, who you've heard so much about.
Hi, guys.
And Jaylene's not here, so while Jaylene's away, the boys will play.
Thank God.
We're reading from the Today I Effed Up subreddit, and I'm going to get us started. Today I effed up by ignoring a lump on my balls for 23 years and ejaculating into my wife's eye, almost ruining her LASIK surgery. Every once in a while, something happens so preposterous, so outside the realm of possibility, that you know no one will ever believe you. That happened to me 3 times. Once I saw a squirrel disappear into thin air.
What?
Once I saw a disembodied hand cross a road in the dead of night. And once I ejaculated into my wife's eye. Why is that the story we're getting? I want the other two.
Oh no.
Let's travel back 23 years ago. I was 14 and had just learned about doing self-checks of my testicles for lumps. And lo and behold, I found one. I was pretty worried, told my parents, and eventually went to a urologist. He examined the lump and told me it was a varicose vein. The doctor didn't do much to verify this other than squeezing the lump a few times.
Ouch.
But he told me not to worry about it and said that at worst there was about a 3% chance I couldn't have kids. So I went about my life not worrying about it. About 6 months ago, my wife was going ham on ham, giving me an old fashioned, if you will. We've been together for, 19 years, so farting in front of each other during sex wasn't a big deal. At best, it was funny, and at worst, nothing to really react to. So there I was, enjoying myself, but not anywhere near climaxing when I farted. And when I farted, I mean I ejaculated, by which I mean the fart caused me to ejaculate hard with no orgasm. My wife was caught off guard, and my cum hit her in the eye. She had had LASIK about 3 months beforehand, and while she was well past the healing stage, she was adamant about not rubbing her eyes anymore for the rest of her life. Something about detached retinas. Another way back. Anyway, back to the ejaculating. So I figured this was a one-off incident, but the next time I had to fart during a private personal session, I forced the fart out, and the same thing happened. And then again when I tried again a bit later. I assumed this wasn't normal, so 23 years after that first visit, I found myself back at the urologist, and this time they looked more closely at what was going on down there. MRI and all, and as it turns out, the lump on my left ball wasn't a varicose vein, but part of a complex of soft tissues which didn't belong there, and which apparently linked my bulgarinis muscle and pubococcus muscle and probably other shit too. It's not cancer, more a 1 in a million medical oddity. Why it would cause this ejaculating phenomenon only now is a mystery, unless I had literally never farted while having a boner before that moment in my life. Anyway, my wife's eye is okay, and so am I guess. I don't seem to be in any immediate danger anyway, according to the doctors. Oh, and I can have kids. I just hope that none of them were conceived by an ejaculate fart. I've definitely farted while inside of her before. Throwaway because my main account is pretty popular. Also had to go with ejaculating in the title because fart was prohibited.
Everyone knows you can't say fart on the internet.
That's the worst thing you could possibly say.
You know, if I talked to myself 20 years ago and said, you're going to say ejaculating and ejaculating several times within a 5-minute span, I'd say, sir, what are you doing in my bedroom? First and foremost, but
I don't understand how it happened 3 times in a row.
Well-
I would have never farted during sex again after once.
well, the first time was the oddity, and then you have to have your test runs to see what
It's like-
the cause is.
Yeah, he's running a case study of
Yeah,
himself.
exactly.
Okay.
Dang. So the guy could really just have morning wood and fart, and then it'd be over with. Oh my gosh.
I don't think so because he said he wasn't orgasming. It was just shooting out.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. When you wake up with morning wood, you're not orgasm. It's just hard, and then
Yeah, but I think he's still hard after he.
oh,
Well, he never really said.
Yeah, I'm just speculating.
I need to see comments in there saying need more info.
Let me see if there's any.
Maybe this is like this guy's Spider-Man, and it's like a little different than in the comics.
Spunker man.
Bunker man, Spanky man.
I will say though, I've had LASIK surgery, and they're very big about not touching your eyes, being very careful for the first like 6 months or so. So I can understand the wife fear of having a detached retina.
Mhm.
Just like rubbing your eyes. You ever see that video of the guy getting the MRI rubbing his eyes?
And it's just the balls are just moving around in his head.
Yeah,
Yeah, which, you know,
that's what makes it feel so good, though.
exactly. It's one of those. I know I shouldn't be doing it, but every now and again, my eye just itches enough to where.
Oh yeah, and then
you just go to
you give it
town.
you give it a little rub, and you're like, oh yeah, that's the stuff. And then you fart from it.
Today I fucked up by gluing my ass cheeks together. So there I was, stuck in the shower with my ass cheeks fused together like some kind of horrifying science experiment gone wrong. It was like a scene out of a comedy movie, except it was my life and it wasn't funny at all. I had to resort to the most barbaric method imaginable, ripping out the hair by hand. Let me tell you, that was not a pleasant experience. Imagine trying to peel apart two super sticky things while simultaneously enduring the excruciating pain of hair being yanked out of your nether regions. Yeah, not fun. And the worst part, even after all that agony, my ass still looked like a war zone. I mean, I'm pretty sure I left patches of skin behind along with the hair. It was like my own personal waxing massacre. I vowed right then and there to never attempt anything DIY related ever again. From now on, I'm leaving it to the professionals. Thank you very much. So if you ever think about waxing your ass crack, just don't. Learn from my mistake and save yourself the embarrassment and pain. Trust me, it's not worth it.
Who was this guy trying to impress with waxing his own asshole?
Yeah, there's some things you can do yourself. I don't know if I'd ever feel comfortable waxing myself.
I feel like this guy got
And-
dared.
I don't think I want somebody else to do it either. In my ass crack. I usually just go down there with the razor and just guess.
Oh.
Hope it works out.
Oh man. Oh.
Get a loved one to check for you.
It's not really a good way to do it, but
There
he
isn't.
definitely found the worst way.
Yeah. He found those those cheap leg strips you find in a Walmart or Dollar General. He's like, it's basically the same.
Yeah.
Or do you think he got the one you put in the microwave and mixed together?
Oh man. So was it warm in there too? If it was the microwave one?
Ooh, toasty.
Ooh. This isn't too bad.
Burning hot wax and then the paper comes off and you accidentally clench. You can never shit again.
Oh no. I don't know what I'd do. I'd honestly just cry. I'd sit down in my tub and cry.
A self-human centipede.
Imagine if he couldn't get it, he had to go to the hospital.
I'm sure that they've seen a lot worse, but
Probably.
they'd be talking about that guy for a week. Just,
At least
a guy came in last week with his ass glued together.
At least he didn't try to use the razor next and get that stuck as well.
You know what, Matt? That is a good point. I'm glad he just accepted fate. He was like, all right, I just gotta rip it out now.
He grabs one of his belts, bites on it. He's like, I'm ready.
Just a bloodbath.
Oh man. Oh, I bet some of those parts were raw after that. Oh,
I'll
jeez.
just stay hairy.
I agree.
The first poop afterwards, like after having a spicy meal.
Do you think he had to wait for the burns to heal? Oh man.
Do you think he's tried to wax again,
I don't think anywhere.
or do you think he's gone to a professional and they're like, whoever did it last time did.
Really messed up down there. He's like, don't talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Like the haircut after a bad haircut, they're just like, geez.
Who did this to you? All the COVID haircuts.
Today I effed up losing my car keys. Today I effed up royally after I lost my car keys. Hours of taking a walk around the parking lot at work and spending time in my car, I realized my car keys were missing. There was too much area to cover. With my luck, or as I figured, not my luck, they were not lost in the parking lot. They were in the ignition. After several minutes and several attempts by several people, my car was broken into. It was too soon to celebrate. My car battery was dead. I soon found out that the only one's portable charger was not charged. My car was in a position where it couldn't be charged with cables. I had to wait 2 hours for the portable charger to have enough power. Let's just say this afternoon sucked. TLDR, I lost my car keys, found them in the ignition, and took time to break into my car and then charge the battery.
Have you guys ever locked yourself out?
Yeah,
Yes, I have.
use the coat hanger trick.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was at my own house, though.
Yeah.
It's a lot less convenient.
Um,
I'm confused about it was in a position you couldn't use cables.
Yeah.
You can, in less than 2 hours, go buy some longer cables.
He said he was at work too. I imagine at least one person has cables in their car.
He's white collar.
Yeah.
Those city boys got jumper cables.
Mhm.
They don't know how to jump a car.
Imagine not knowing how to jump a car.
If you don't know, it says in your car manual. It teaches you how.
This is the basics of it. Red is positive, black is negative. That's all you need to know.
The internet will tell you too.
Yeah. YouTube has everything
Actually,
nowadays.
don't ever look in the car manual. You don't need that.
But I read this because it sounds like something that would happen to me. Because I'm very forgetful and kind of oblivious to stuff.
Yeah, there was a hot streak where we would beat you to your house and just walk in because we knew you would forget to lock the door.
Yeah. I remember coming home late at night too. I think Burguy was still living with me, and all of a sudden I walk in and my house is just full of my best friends, and I'm like, "What's going on here?" It's like midnight at this point because I was working second shift at this time, and I remember, well, I saw everybody's cars in the parking lot, and I'm like, "Oh, I gotta think of something to say when I go in there." And you might remember this, Tegan. I walked in and I just yelled, "Anybody got cocaine?" And I
I
forgot.
don't remember that at all.
I forgot my neighbors. My neighbors are literally a wall away from me.
No, the only story I have of interacting with someone who was locked out of their vehicle was the last house you and I lived at together in Bowling Green. I was moving stuff over there, and these kids parked across the street. I pulled in, and they start walking towards me. I'm like, all right, that's weird. They're like, hey, that's your truck, right? I was like, yeah, I just got out of it. And they're like, we locked ourselves out. Can you see if your key will work on our truck? Because it's also a Chevy.
No.
Makes sense.
Oh, these were college kids, right?
High school seniors, I think.
Oh,
They were going to visit one of the guys' sisters.
Gotcha.
That's-
So wait, hang on, Tegan. How did you approach that?
In my mind, I was like, that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Did you try it?
I was like, well, I gotta let them down easy. So I went, nope. And they're like, well, we need some help. So then I ended up helping get their car unlocked. Then they invited me to the party. I went, no.
Kind of reminds me of at work. They hand out locks, like key locks,
Oh yeah,
padlocks from Master Lock. Don't buy Master Lock.
yeah.
But
Aren't the
because
keys-
they bought a bunch of them together, that they all work with the same key.
Yeah.
So you can just open anybody's Master Lock that has the same one as you.
yeah, so some of those places.
It defeats the purpose of locking your stuff away.
Well, just in case you only had one key, but you wanted 80 locks.
Yeah. You put 5 locks on your locker to make it look extra secure, and then you just walk up with one key, open them all up.
It's genius.
What kind of stuff would you have in your locker that you need 5 locks?
Master locks.
More master
Fucking
locks.
want to steal a master.
This is a special edition of Reddit stories today because it's with the boys. As you can tell, it's a lot different from the usual. So we hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Hit the bell.